to the lesson. Right. Awesome. Guys, some rules, very important rules. Please, I am begging you. Let us please respect the class. Let us please keep our videos off at all times. And one more thing, please let us engage. Let us engage, let us speak, and let us not be afraid. But I beg you guys, with the, like I'm begging you deeply that can you please keep your video off at all times? That I'm begging, I'm asking you guys, I'm pleading with you that please keep your videos off at all times. That being said, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is well. So first question to get the class into it is, I would like to know, guys, from the start, when we started off with everything, like when we started off from day one, I would like to know from you guys. What do you understand about geometric patterns? From the start, when we started with geometric patterns up to right now, what do you find that you've understood about geometric patterns? What do you find that you like, you actually now at the position to say that I actually understand this? I've actually, from everything we've done together, I'm actually getting this, I get that, or I'm a bit clear on this. So from what we've started, from day one when we started till now, what do you guys find that you do understand about geometric patterns? Anyone? What do you guys find that you understand about geometric patterns? What do you find that has become easier for you when it comes to geometric patterns? I want us to start there. I want us to start with a conversation, and then we get into the lesson. We get right into the lesson. So I want to know from you guys, what do you guys understand, or what have you guys got from geometric patterns? Anyone? What have you guys understood from geometric patterns? Like from the beginning till now, what have you found that you actually understanding about geometric patterns? Anyone? Going once? All right, good. I got one person.
So from the start, when you started with geometric patterns, I understand that there's a point where you have to add, where you have to minus, where the pattern continues, and when it's an ongoing pattern and when it's not an ongoing pattern.
All right. Beautiful. Anyone else? Anyone else that, because we've heard now that we've understood that there's a rule, we normally call it a rule, or we understood that there's a number that you continue to add. Sometimes you multiply, sometimes you divide it, and sometimes you find out that the pattern leads to zero. Sometimes you find out that the pattern goes until forever. For example, a pattern that's like the multiples of 2, it's an unending, because you can add 2 to infinity, because you can continually add 2. You're going to get a new number each time you're adding 2, each time you're adding 2, each time you're adding 2. So you find such situations. But since I see that it's the only person we have so far, it's fine. So we discussed geometric patterns. We said it's a pattern formed from using geometric shapes and a repeated design. We spoke that some patterns are growing. Then we spoke that are increasing repeating patterns, decreasing repeating patterns, increasing growing patterns, and decreasing growing patterns. Then we came to this part and we said each pattern has a rule, right? A particular rule for you to get your next term. Then we met what I'd call table patterns. And we said, okay, on one side, the numbers have one pattern. On the other side, the numbers have another pattern. And we need to find a rule that connects the two. Such as here. You find one side, there's one type of pattern, the other side is another type of pattern. Here, not really that the numbers are forming a pattern, but for example, here, I just wanted to come here. We're not here yet. I just wanted to use this to say one side we have one pattern that look, each time we're going to add one to get the following one. On another side, we've got another pattern. You keep on adding 25. But then we find a situation that now I want to know, how do we connect the 1 to the 25? Which would be saying that we need to get a rule. Would need to get a rule. We would need to find a rule. So sometimes you have something called an input. You have an output, right? So your input would be saying to say that your input would be, I'm putting in 3, which adds to this 3, that gives me 6, right? Such as here, to say my input would be my 10. I'm adding it to a particular rule to get my 13. My input is 8. I'm adding it to a particular rule to get 11, right? So, such as here. My input is 1. I multiply it by 5, I add 2, I get what? 7. That would be my output. This would be the rule that helped us get 7. It's no longer now we're just focusing on one type of pattern where we keep on adding 3, adding 3, adding 3, adding 3, adding 3, adding 3. We find that now I've got this number, we've got a table. On table, I've got my top numbers, got my bottom. And for me to find the connection, I need to find a rule. Sometimes the rules are like this, where you're going to multiply, then add. Sometimes you add and multiply. But you must always make sure that whenever you have this one input, the top number, and you use the rule on it, you must get the particular output. That's how it works. That's how it works. Right. So let us try this, for example. What is 1 times 5 plus 2? Anyone? 1 times 5 plus 2. Hello?
Say 1 times 5 plus 2 equals to 7.
Excellent. Right. Where's it? Right? Equals to 7. I want us to watch what happens here. What is 2 times 5 plus 2? 2 times 5 plus 2.
It's 12, sir.
12. Right. Next. What is 3 times 5 plus 2? 3 times 5 plus 2.
Sir, it's 17.
17. What is 4 times 5 plus 2? 4 times 5 plus 2. 4 times 5 plus 2. Hello?
Ma'am, 4 times 5 plus 2 is 22.
Excellent. It's 22. What is 6 times 5 plus 2? 6 times 5 plus 2.
It's 32.
6 times 5?
6 times 5 is 30.
32.
32, sir.
Okay, 32. All right. All right. So we have a pattern here, right? We won't consider the 6 for now. I'll show you what happened. We have a top pattern. We've got 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we've got Then we've got 7, 12, 17, 22. What, to get the following one, we kept on adding 1 here. Right. That's a pattern. To get the following one here, what do they keep on adding? What do you think they add to get once they get, is first they get a 12, then goes to 17, then goes to 22. What do you think they kept on adding on the bottom one? The top one we see, okay, it's 1, it's 1, it's 1, it's 1, it's 1. But then the bottom one, which one, what did they add? Hello?
At the bottom one, they keep on adding 5.
Exactly. So now, we find we have 2. We find that we have 2 patterns, right? Top they add 5. 5 to here would have been 27. And then eventually then we're going to get the one of 6, right? So we find that there's 2 patterns. We've got one at the top, we've got one at the top, and we've got one at the bottom. The top one we keep on adding 1, the bottom one we keep on adding 5. But here's the situation, right? We need to know how the top and the bottom relate. Why? They can ask you to say, looking at these 2 patterns as they are related, what is, maybe they're saying, what is item number, if these were item numbers, what is item number 22? You can't be adding 5, that thing shouldn't have happened. You can't be adding, good. You can't be adding 5, you can't be adding 5 until you reach 22. You're gonna waste time. You can't be adding 5 until you reach 22. You can't. So you need to find what? A rule that will help you get to what it is here. Because remember that, yes, you keep on adding 1, 1, 1. It will correlate at the bottom that, okay, you know, the first one we added 5, then we added 5, then we added 5, then we added 5. Then they ask, but now what if we want the 22nd one? And now you want to be adding 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 until you get to the 22nd set. It won't work. So then what do we need? We need a rule. We're going to say 22 times 5 plus 2. So what's 22 times 5 plus 2? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? Anyone? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? Anyone wants to give us the answer? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? What is 22 times 5 plus 2? Anyone wants to give us the answer? All right. Hello?
Say the answer is 122.
Yes. The answer is 100 and what?
12, I think.
Oh, yes, the answer is 112. But you said 122. Yes, the answer is 112. Why? Because 22 times 5 is 110. Plus 2 gives you 112. So imagine adding 5 until reaching 112. It won't work out. So what do you use? We use this thing of saying input, it's generated by a rule. That rule will give us a particular output. Hence, you find that you're going to say, okay, I find that, how did they get to 12? I think, okay, 12. What if it is 2 times 6? Then I think 2 times 6. Okay, 2 times 6 does give me 12. Does 3 times 6 give me 17? No, 3 times 6 gives me 18. Then I say, okay, 2 times 5 plus 2. 2 times 5 gives me 10, plus 2 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 gives me 17. That's the purpose of this, so that you don't land up saying, okay, I need to get 22, so I must add 5, because now you'd have to write what's the 7th one, what's the 8th one, what's the 9th one, and also continue this pattern as well, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. It's going to take you forever to do it. Forever. Remember, like with multiplication, if I was to say that, what is 77 plus times 52, and then now you're going to say 77 plus 77 plus 77 plus 77, and then you must add that, you're going to get lost in it. So hence we find a rule. Do we understand? Do we understand? Do we understand? Hence we find a rule. Hence we find a rule. Right. I want to move on so that we can test this knowledge of, do we understand when we have an input, then we work with a rule, it must give us a particular output. Do we understand? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Please write this down. Please take a screenshot or write it down. Please take a screenshot or write it down. I'll give you 3 minutes to do it. Quick 3 minutes to do it. A quick 3 minutes to do it. A quick 3 minutes to do it. A quick 3 minutes to do it. Two minutes left. Two minutes left. One minute. One minute. All right. Time up. Right. So I would like us to try number one. Okay, I'll explain number one. You guys are going to try number two, number three, and number four. Right. So what happens is you look at each and every uh, um, table here, and you look at, okay, I take the 10 and then I put it through each of these rules. I say 10 plus 3 is what? 13. Okay, it works. 8 plus 3 is what? 11. Oh, it works. 5 plus 3 is what? 8. So it works. So then you know that the answer here is A, because these ones are just different rules, just as here, to get you the answer. So we test with the first number to see if we're going to get the other number. So I'm going to give you guys 4 minutes to just try number 3, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Actually, number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6. See that when I put in this number, according to any of the rules here, do I get the output that I'm, right? That's what you guys are going to do. So I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to do number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. The time starts now. Test it out to see that, so that you can see that how does these rules work. Give you time to do number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You must pick. It's either A, the rule was A, or the rule is B, or the rule is C, or the rule is D. 5 minutes. Do number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. On the 1 minute mark, I'll give you guys a warning. You have a minute left, then we'll do it together. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. I'll explain number 2, and then we'll get the answers for the other ones, such as number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I'll re-explain number 2. Right. Looking at number 2, guys, right? All of these are rules. They say, look, we take y here. Y is any of these numbers. And these are rules, just as we worked it out here, like the one before. All of these are inputs, 1 times 5 plus 2, etc. Right? These are rules. This is a rule. This is what we'd call the rule. Right? And what we call the input is this number here. So we are saying that if I take 10 and I multiply it by 4, do I get my following number? 10 times 4 is 40. If I take 6 and I multiply it by 4, do I get my following number? 6 times 4 is 24. If I take 7 and I multiply it by 4, because it says this would be the 7 times 4, I get 4. Then I'm 5. I say the answer is A. But let's say I made a mistake. I said maybe it's B. Is 10 plus 4 40? Is 6 plus 4 24? Hence, the rule here, because we are searching for a rule, the rule here is A. Because we are taking this input, the 10, multiplying it by 4, get 40. We're taking the 6 here, we're multiplying by 4, we get 24. Hence, our answer is A. Therefore, our answer is what? A. Because we're trying to find out how does these numbers connect, so that I can ask, let's say I'm looking at a number here like 144. Can I get the following number that corresponds with 144? That's what we're trying to do. So who has an answer? Our answer for number 3. Who has our answer for number 3? Who has our answer for number 3? Number 3. Who has our answer for number 3? Yes, you must get the rule. Who has our answer for number 3? The third one. Who has our answer for number 3? Quickly, guys, who has our answer for number 3? So we can move right along. So I see here that you guys are saying that number 3 is D. Some are saying number 3 is A. Okay, let's test it out. Is 3 times 7 minus 5, 16? 3 times 7 is 21. 21 minus 5 is 16. Okay, let's try the next one. 21 minus 5 is 16. Good. 6 times 7 is 42. Minus 5 is 37. Okay, that's correct. Is 7 times 7 is 49. Minus 5 is 44. So it's true. Our rule for number 3 is A. Our rule for number 3 is A. Who can help us with our rule for number 4? Our rule for number 4. Who can help us with our rule for number 4? Who can help us with our rule for number 4? Number 4. Who can help us with our rule for number 4? What is the rule for number 4? What is the rule for number 4? Number 4. So I see here in the chat that you guys are saying that number 4 is B. Number 4 is B. All right. Is 7 plus 5 12? It is. Is 5 plus 5, 10? It is. Is 9 plus 5, 14? It is. Is 8 plus 5, 13? It is. Is 3 plus 5, 8? It is. So number 4 is B. Number 4 is B. Number 4 is B. We are getting the rule. We are getting the rule. Let's go. Number 5. Number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Who can help us with number 5? I'll end at number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Anyone? Number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Who can help us with number 5? Number 5. Who can help us with number 5? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you help us with
Hello? Hello?
good afternoon?
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm good. Can you help us with number 5?
Yes, sir.
What is number 5? A, B, C, or D? Is it A, B,
D,
C,
sir. Hello?
A, B, C, or D? Number 5.
D, sir.
It is.
D.
So 2 plus 8 is 6. I feel maybe it's C. Don't you think it's C? Don't you think it's C? All right. Seems she's went away. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you, sir?
I'm good. So number 5, which one do you think it is?
Number 5, I think it's C.
It's C. Let's test it out. So
Okay.
2 times 7 is what?
2 times 7 is 14.
Minus 8
Equals to 6.
5 times 7 is what?
It's 35, sir.
Minus 8
It would be 27, sir.
Excellent. You are a genius. You are
Sir,
a
I'm
Pardon?
Sir, when I was raising my hand, I wanted to ask you if I could answer number 6.
Oh, what is number 16?
Sir, number 6 is the answer is D.
It's D.
Yes, sir.
So 3 plus 10 is 13.
Yes, sir.
9 plus 10 is 19.
Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. 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 That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So you see the whole point about the rule. The whole point about the rule. Sometimes you multiply and subtract. Sometimes you multiply and add. Sometimes you're just dividing. Sometimes you just, but as long as you understand the whole point of generating a rule or finding a rule, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. I want to touch on this work now. right? Let us find the rule of this, because I want us to work this out and find the rule. How do we move from here to here? How do they get it? I want us to find that rule. So let's read the problem. This is what I want us to do today. Mario sells small donuts at a stall in a shopping mall. He does not want to do calculations every time he sells donuts. So he started to prepare a following table. So here, if this was a pattern, would go 1, 2, 3. So this one goes by ones. At the bottom, you know that it's 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, right? So now we need to find out what rule is Mario using? What rule is Mario using to get the following answers? What rule is Mario using? This is the rule that we're looking for. What rule is he using that gets you from 1 to 25, 2 to 50, 3 to 75, 4 to 100, 5 to 125? What rule is he using? I know the rule. I don't know if you guys know the rule, but anyone, just raise your hand and help us. What rule is he using? What rule is he using? Hello?
Sir,
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm excellent. So what rule is Mario using?
So the rule is the top number times 25. So 1 times 25 will give you 25. 2 times 25 gives you 50. 3 times 25 gives you 75. 4 times 25 gives you 100.
You are a genius. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Simple. It's nothing hard, guys. It's nothing hard. The rule here is 25. The rule here is just multiplying by 25. Hence, if I wanted to get to 100, 100 times 25 is 2,500. Yeah, it's 2,500. Here, 6 times 25 is what? 150. 7 times 25 is what? 175. 8 times 25 is what? 200. Am I right? Yeah, 200. That's it, guys. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me go. Let us go directly to the homework. Yeah. Let me go directly to the homework. And I get questions. Do we have any questions? Any questions right now? There's 5 minutes left of the lesson, so I'd like you guys to take homework. Yeah, I'd like you guys to take down your homework. Do we have any questions? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Afternoon, how are
I
you?
wanted to, I'm good, sir. I wanted to say sorry for attending the class late. I had a doctor's appointment.
Don't worry, the class will be on YouTube. The minute we get off, it's going to be uploaded on YouTube.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Are there any other questions? Do we have any other questions from anyone? I think someone's mic is on. Awesome. Do we have any other questions? Tomorrow, as I promised, yes, I promised you guys. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Maths 24. Yes, so we'll see. You'll see. You're going to enjoy it. Trust me. We're going to be doing some Maths 24, and then we're going to round off the lesson. We're going to round off the lesson, but we're going to be doing some Maths 24. So, yeah. if that is it, guys, thank you for the beautiful lesson. We are ending 4 minutes earlier, so I have like 4 minutes left with you. If there's no other question, if you have taken down your homework, please screenshot or take down your homework here. And yeah, please, guys, just remember, guys, that you are fantastic. You are wonderful students. It's always a pleasure to teach you guys. Thank you for showing understanding, and we will meet tomorrow. Definitely, we will meet tomorrow. I love all of you, and goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.